Hey girl, hey! So it's been quite a while since I've done a video kind of about confidence and inner beauty, and I think as someone who owns a beauty channel, even though I might not be the most beauty oriented channel, I think it's important to kind of round it out and touch on things that maybe are inner beauty too. And I think I kind of have a responsibility as someone who talks about, you know, makeup tips and how to look better, blah blah blah, to remind you that makeup and how your face looks isn't the most important thing about you. So this isn't really a how to be confident video. I have one of those videos from a long time ago, but I still think it's very valid advice. So I'm gonna link it down below. It's from a couple years ago, I think, so scared to see that. I actually have in this book the list that I had for that video all written out, so I'm gonna kind of like touch on a couple of them. But so we all know that one girl that does everything perfectly. Her outfits are always on point, her eyebrow game is strong, she does well in school and is like really interactive in classes, she's good with people and has a lot of like great friendships, and she's nice. She's a nice person, and you just stare at her from across the room thinking, what the hell, why did I not get this gene? I can tell you right now what her secret is. She chose to be that way, and she chooses every day to act that way. And guess what? You can too. I'm in this club at school called I Am That Girl, literally, and that talks about like how you know that girl who I talked about, who does everything perfectly, and you just think that she's so amazing and you don't know how she does it. You are that person if you choose to become that person. You have the complete potential. You have all the same amount of hours in the day as she has. You have all the resources, and all that's holding you back is you. Now, I remember seeing a quote on Tumblr a while ago that's pretty powerful, I think, and I don't remember it exactly, but it's basically something like, you have the power to change your life at any time. You can go out and tell the person you love that you love them. You can go skydiving, you can go shave your head, you can go drop out of school. You have the power at any moment to change the path you're on. And I think it's just something kind of crazy because it's not really something you think about on an everyday basis. You go through the motions and you live your life how it's meant to be lived, you know. And I think it's just really true because you never realize like how much power you have in your choices and how much control over your life you really do have. Now, I'm not telling you all to go shave your head and, you know, maybe join the military, whatever, but I am saying that little choices that you make every day completely impact the person that you are, and you can completely transform your life in the best way possible. Now, the first way to do this is positive thinking. If you have a positive mind, you'll have a positive life, and this is completely true because I know so many people that are always just so negative, and they talk about the negative things in their life and they complain a lot, and that's just like, when I'm around them, I just like feel down, and that's not the kind of person you want to be and the kind of person you want to be around. My favorite kind of people are the people that are always excited for something and looking forward to something, and kind of like build it up and like make things sound exciting for you and, you know, motivate you. People that motivate you to be a better person are the kind of people you want to be around, and that's not a negative person. If you're always thinking about the negative things in your life and things that could be better but aren't, and you're always thinking about, you know, what's wrong with your life, that's going to consume you, and it's going to become you, and then people aren't going to want to spend as much time with you because then it's going to like, you're going to get those vibes and they're going to feel it, and it's just not something that you want to be around as a person. And I know you've heard this before, but it's so true that happiness is a choice and positivity is a choice too. And if you have positive thoughts, you'll have a positive mind, and if you have a positive mind, you'll have positive actions, and you'll just radiate positivity and be a beautiful human being. It sounds simple, like choose positivity, but I know that at the same time, it's a very difficult thing to do if you are used to, you know, always thinking a certain way, thinking about negative things. But one way to start doing this is a gratitude journal, and I think this is so important. I think the best way to be happy is to look around and think about all the things that you're blessed with and what you have. Sometimes it's when people are kind of ungrateful or they take things for granted that their life isn't as like positive, because if they're not even grateful for what they have, they obviously are always thinking about what they don't have. Anyway, so I went to a talk with a professor at my school recently, and she talked about how positivity is so easy if you start by focusing on what is good in your life. So she told us to start doing this thing called a gratitude journal, which is every day you write down 5 things that you're grateful for, and they can't be the same. Do it for 30 days, and then you'll see that your outlook and what you're looking for is actually so much different. Now, she suggested that you pick a partner, and then every day you make it a habit to like email them or text them or just, you know, talk to them, let them know what 5 things you're like grateful for, and then it'll kind of hold you accountable, and then if you do it together, you're more likely to succeed. But obviously you can do this on your own too. Besides a journal, another way to do it is just like in a jar. I did a 2013 memories jar that were just like good things that happened to me that year. But what you could do is every day just write something you're grateful for and try not to repeat. I know it can be hard in a whole year, but even for 30 days, try and do it every day. Put it in the jar, and then if you're feeling down, just like read what you're grateful for. Be like, wow, like I'm really lucky to have this thing. Why am I feeling so bad now? I haven't actually done this, so I can't completely speak for it, but apparently my roommate's done this too, and she said it completely changed her mindset. And you'll start to change the way you think, and you'll start immediately recognizing the things you're grateful without like having to actively find them, and it'll lead you to having a more positive mind and focusing on what you have rather than what you don't have, and rather than, you know, what you're grateful for rather than what you wish was different. So me and my roommate actually started doing it right before spring break, so I haven't been with her for like a week, but every night before we go to sleep we would say the 5 things we're thankful for to each other. And obviously I said you could do this alone, but I just think it's so important to focus on what, you know, is meaningful to you and what you're grateful for, because then you'll just be such a happy person, because you'll be looking for those things and you'll be recognizing them immediately without trying. Now let's go back to that girl that I talked about that you think is perfect and you wish you were her, and how I said you can be her if you just choose to. And I think instead of comparing yourself to her and trying to be like her, you need to kind of think about like, wow, like I am my own person, I'm unique, no one else has the opportunity to be me, and you can use that as a way to build yourself up and make yourself the person that you know, I am that girl. You're not trying to say I am her, you're saying I am that girl. I am myself, but I am the best version of myself. You are an amazing person, and you have the opportunity to be even better and to lead the life that you've dreamed of only if you choose to. And stop comparing yourself to others. I know this is just, people try and drill it in your brain. I know a lot of people say it, but it's so true that if you compare yourself to others, it's kind of like the thing with gratitude, that you're always thinking about what you don't have, and instead you should be thankful for who you are and what you have, and compare yourself to who you were yesterday and be better than that person instead of the person across the room. I challenge you to write down 3 things that you wish you were better at and wish you had more of, like a good quality. Every day actively try and do better at those things. Like if you wish you were better at, you know, complimenting people, then you can actively like look out for opportunities to compliment people, and there's so many that you probably miss, and then you'll be the person that builds other people up that they want to surround themselves with. And you should look for people that build you up, that you want to surround yourself with. Think about the people that you love to be around and the people that you always feel positive around and people that lift you up, and think about the qualities that they have and how you can manifest them in you to make you a better person. So look in the mirror and stop thinking I'm not tall enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not skinny enough, and think I'm funny, I'm compassionate, I'm a great friend, I'm a good listener, and think about all the things that you have and what are good about you, and then think I am me, and that's like, and no one can take that from me. Stop worrying about what other people have to say and their opinions, because they don't matter as long as you're happy with yourself. And what matters is who you are now and who you strive to be in the future and work toward. So every day is a new chance to be a new person and live the life that you've always dreamed of, that you always say, I wish I was that girl. You can be that girl and be yourself and be who you want to be. Every day is a new opportunity. So yeah, I kind of touched on some things I wanted to talk about. Basically every day you can choose to, you know, go down a different path and be a better person and be more positive and be the person that other people want to surround themselves with. I'll link that confidence video that I did a while back down below, but basically I just want to finish with confidence. Bottom line is looking in the mirror and seeing everything that's right with you instead of what you think is wrong with you. Let me know if you guys have any other tips for confidence down below, or if this helped you at all. I really hope it did. I would love to do more videos like this in the future, and yeah, so make sure to check out my last confidence video in the link down below. I love you guys. You're all beautiful and wonderful, and tell yourself that, and then you'll start to believe it. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.